Why do some bullies suddenly stop the moment no one is watching? If bullying is about hurting someone, why does the audience seem to matter so much? That question reveals something most people never notice. Bullying doesn't always happen because someone is angry. Sometimes it's because someone is performing. Think back to school. Maybe you've seen a classmate make fun of someone during lunch. Someone laughs. Another joins in. Soon, the whole group is watching. Notice something strange. The attention doesn't just witness the bullying, it quietly becomes part of it. Consider the cafeteria performance. In one middle school, a student was mocked for his clothing. The bully didn't do this in private. He waited until the line was longest, ensuring the maximum amount of eyes were on him. When teachers weren't around, the laughter from the crowd served as a direct fuel. The bully wasn't just attacking a victim, he was buying social currency. The victim, Alex, would shrink, his face flushing, while the bully, Mark, would puff out his chest, basking in the snickers of his friends. This wasn't about Alex's clothes. It was about Mark's perceived power, validated by every single person who watched and did nothing. The silence of the majority was as loud as the laughter of a few. At first, it looks like bullying is about the victim. But here's what most people miss. Many acts of bullying are driven by status. Laughter becomes approval. Attention becomes reward. The audience isn't always passive. It becomes the reason the behavior continues. Look at the rise of cyberbaiting. Students intentionally provoke a teacher or peer while classmates record it on their phones. Because the likes and shares are the ultimate audience participation. View counts rising on a live stream provide a potent form of reinforcement. The bully is performing for potentially thousands, each like a tiny hit of dopamine fueling the next escalation. The victim's humiliation becomes content, and the audience, by consuming it, becomes complicit in its creation. William James once wrote, "The deepest principle in human nature is the craving to be appreciated." People naturally seek recognition. When attention is rewarded, even for harmful behavior, it can reinforce the behavior itself. Bullies become louder when more people are watching. Take the sports team dynamic. On many teams, hazing is witnessed by the entire group. Teammates who don't participate but don't walk away actually signal to the bully that the behavior is acceptable or even cool. This status-seeking behavior within a hierarchy is a classic example of social reinforcement. Imagine a senior player, coach, forcing new recruits to perform embarrassing acts. The other senior players offer quiet amusement. The team's unspoken code creates a stage for bullying where the audience's silence is interpreted as consent. If you're enjoying psychological breakdowns like this, subscribe to Daily Reset Lab for more perspective. The real problem isn't just the bully, it's the invisible reward system around them. Every laugh, every cheer, every silent audience. In workplace settings, we see meeting room bullying. An aggressive manager might belittle an employee in front of the whole department. If the other employees look down, stay silent, or nod along to keep the peace, they are inadvertently maintaining the bully's power. David's colleagues, fearing his wrath, remain silent. This collective inaction reinforces David's behavior. He perceives their silence as acceptance. Sarah, feeling isolated, eventually disengages, and the team loses a valuable contributor, all because the audience failed to disrupt the performance. Remove the reward, and the performance often loses its purpose. There's a famous story of a high school group that decided to reverse the reward. When a bully started, the group simply turned their backs. They didn't argue. They withdrew the attention. Deprived of his stage, the bully stopped within seconds. His performance had nowhere to go. This wasn't spontaneous, it was a planned, collective decision. By denying him that reaction, they dismantled his stage. The psychological impact was immediate. He lost his audience, and with it, his motivation. The audience holds immense power to change the dynamic. Here's the perspective shift. Sometimes choosing not to reward harmful behavior changes more than arguing with it. Attention rewards behavior. If this changed how you think about bullying, watch why random things go viral.